Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today's class is completely unscripted. There is no intention behind the class other than to tune into yoga. So we've been doing the animal series and they've been fantastic, and I enter a class with a lot of animal energy in me when I do teach the animal series or when I teach anything like the koshas or the chakras. But today I'm entering completely open and allowing yoga to teach us. I know I always tell my guys, my students, that we don't do yoga. Yoga does us. And if we can get to the point in our lives where we really feel the benefit of each pose, that's what it's about. So today is about allowing ourselves to go wherever yoga takes us. I have no idea, you have no idea, and it's too wonderful. Most of the time in life, we want to know the end result. We do something to get to the end of something, or we do it for a reason. And 99% of the learning, 99% of the gaining of information, of connection, is in the journey. So today we're going to step our first step into this journey of yoga for the next hour or so, and just really be with ourselves in the practice and call on all the yoga gods, all the teachers and the teachers and the teachers of the teachers before them in this beautiful, wonderful lineage, and see where they take us today. So let's begin, as we always do, with our hands in prayer to your hearts. Not always, but today, hands in prayer in your hearts. Bow your heads to your hearts, and we tune into the breath. And as we inhale and exhale long, slow ujjayi breaths through our nose, we just employ a little bit of bandhas, and we feel a sense of presence on our mat. So just get this awareness of presence on your mat. As you breathe into your body, have this wonderful sense of presence, the sense that the breath brings into us of presence. And think about the breath. We breathe in the space that's all around us. We create space within us. And then we breathe out into the space that is all around us. So we affect the space around us and we draw in the space around us. So for a moment, just feel yourself in this space. You occupying space, you breathing in space, and you connecting to yourselves through the practice of yoga. This ancient, wonderful tradition has so much unbelievable benefits, so many unbelievable benefits, but most of all it's this connection that it gives us. It's this union, as we know, of mind, body, soul. So let's allow ourselves to feel that union, ourselves with ourselves, the practice of the self utilizing the self. Bow your heads to your hearts and turn the corners of your mouth gently up as you smile within your body and enjoy. The most important thing you can do is really enjoy your practice, and then slowly bring your hands onto your knees. Inhale, let's bring that heart forward. Exhale, squeeze and round. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, squeeze and round. Inhale, heart forward, and exhale, squeeze and round. And one more time, inhale, heart forward. And we go right shoulder, left shoulder. Allow yourselves to feel whatever sensations are in the body, but not with any kind of degree of judgment. Just simply observation of the sensations, allowing the sensations, they're the body's way of talking to you. So allowing whatever sensations come into your body, and just roll those shoulder blades and enjoy. And then take your hands behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together and just lift your chest. See that your chest is nice and lifted. And then from this position, push yourself forward into the forward bend. Bring one palm forward, bring the other palm forward. It's a nice way to start a class because you can feel the thighs, you can feel the hips, you can feel the spine, so you can feel your body starting to unfold and open. It's really a nice gentle stretch for the hips, so breathe into it and then find your bandhas, lift your perineum, lift your belly and find that length in the spine. It's as if you've got that angel at the top of your head, taking a cord down, beautiful cord down to your perineum, and gently tugging so that each vertebra lengthens. So you're making space, deluxe accommodation for your organs, smile. So we want to think of making as much space in our bodies as possible to allow prana, chi, life force to flow through us. And then very slowly, one vertebra at a time, bring yourselves back, and you are going to feel taller. You're going to feel more open just from that very gentle stretch. Bring the soles of your feet together and find your two sit bones. Rock from side to side just so that you release the tush and you find the sit bones. Lift the chest again, and gentle. It's the first couple of stretches of the morning, the class, whether you're doing it in the morning or the evening, but it's the first couple of stretches. So really just be gentle with yourself and rather allow your breath to open you. So breathe into your shape. Feel as if your entire shape is opening. So your whole shape is expanding. The entire skin all over your body is stretching. So get that awareness as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, it's not even just so much of a forced contraction. It's just a simple letting go, so that on your next inhale, you feel a bigger sense of space. Remember, we're making space in the body. So yoga is the practice of both making space and also strengthening, finding that balance between the two. And then slowly, one more time, up you come slowly, and closing your eyes, feel that beautiful sense of length in the spine. Bring your knees together and come onto your hands and knees. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Again, we're going to cat-cow here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to chest, belly up and under. And now I know a lot of us have done this pose so many times, but I want you to treat it as if it's a beginner's mindset. As if this is the very first time that you're doing this, and how does it feel? And then not you doing it, the cat-cow doing you. And see if you can take yourself deep into your body and sense the shifts, sense what the yoga is doing to you. So the more you absorb yourself in the practice, the more you open up you to you. And then on your next inhale, simply bring your palms forward, drop your forehead, lift your two sit bones up to the sky, and take Anahata Asana. You should feel a lovely stretch through the underarms. That is your lymphatic drainage, and you want to get the sense that the body is opening, stretching. You coming into the whole endocrine lymphatic system when you do this pose. So really good for you. Every single pose in yoga is wonderfully beneficial. So feel good about doing each pose and allowing each pose to do you. And then slowly come up. We're going to take our right shoulder and drop it underneath and take a very simple twist just to begin with. Watch your neck. You want your neck nice and long. Push your palm down into the floor and just take a lovely simple stretch. Your right palm is going over to the left. Your left shoulder is going back towards the right. And feel this twist happening in your spine. And then find a little bit of gentle bandhas here. Again, take yourself inside yourself today as much as you possibly can and sense the yoga doing you. Wonderfully beneficial for the vertebra and intervertebral discs when you twist. You enliven them when you untwist, and so much prana and blood goes floating back into those little discs. So really good for the back. So feel, as you're doing these poses, let it be a yay, this is doing me so much good. Because the more of that kind of attention and awareness you bring to your practice, the more the practice is going to open and do you even more. Slowly, it's all about the attitude, guys, as in life. And then bring the palms forward again and take that lovely big heart opening stretch. Just be in it. Try to keep yourself centered in each pose that we do so that there's an awareness of each and every pose. Each and every pose feels different. Each and every pose brings different sensations and different benefits and different awakenings. So the more present you are, the more you're going to sense those awakenings. And then slow, and it's so simple. That's why people just don't understand how simple it is, and that's all you have to do is be aware. Take your left shoulder and bring it through, watch your neck, push your right palm down. Be aware and enjoy. 2 mantras for today. Just, this feels so nice. What is my body responding to? How is it feeling? How's my internal being feeling? And how's my breath? Am I able to still sustain a nice, long, slow inhale and an equally long, slow, deep exhale? So don't let your breath go. Keep breathing. I'll remind you periodically, but just you yourself, keep your breath going. And then slowly come up. Come back onto your hands and knees. Inhale into cat, and we're going to go back into our first down dog of the class. Don't worry too much about the heels touching the floor or the legs being completely straight. Just allow the pose, as always, to simply do you. It's a new awakening for your body. It's the beginning of the class. So this is the first down dog, and your body's like, oh, okay, I know this pose. And then the whole pose is like, okay, let me open here, let me invert here. So you want to have relationships with your poses. Some poses is harder to fall in love with than others, but try and fall in love with each and every one of your poses. Let yoga teach you. Really let it teach you. It's got so many wonderful benefits and so many lessons to teach us. And just when we think that we know what it's teaching us, oh boy, there's a whole new lesson to learn. So never think that you know a pose as intimately as you can, because I think till the day we pass, it will never stop teaching us. Bring your knees to the width of your mat, your big toes to touch, and take a big, long stretch in open child's pose. So never let the ego talk and say, oh, yeah, no, I know down dog, I can do down dog. Even if your down dog is the most perfect of all down dogs, trust me, there's so much still to learn by just being in the pose. And sometimes we tend to take the poses for granted. And today, I want us to stop taking our poses for granted and be grateful for them, each and every one of them, the lessons that they teach us. Slowly come back up onto your knees, bring them parallel again. Inhale into cat and stretch back into your down dog. You're going to bring whichever foot forward that's going to allow you to still watch your computer, and then you're going to swivel so that your legs are nice and wide. Bring your palms forward and take this lovely big stretch. Push your back of your thighs against an imaginary wall behind you, and feel how different this feels to when the down dog with the legs more together. So have an awareness of your second chakra and sense and feel this. Then keeping your right palm where it is, take your left hand onto the outside of your leg and do a simple twist here. Keep pushing those legs back against that imaginary wall. Keep lifting your 2 sit bones up into the heavens and keep your bandhas nice and firm. And then slowly release. Put this palm, the left palm forward, and take a twist to the other direction. The right hand comes by the knee, the thigh, or the shin, wherever it feels right for you. Breathe into it. Don't forget to breathe. Keep that breath going. The more aware of the breath you are, the deeper the pose does you. Come back to center again. Take this lovely big stretch. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, come up onto your fingertips, and create a beautiful tabletop. Lengthen through the entire length of your spine. So again, imagine that cord. Imagine someone standing, an angel standing in front of you, and there's that cord all the way to the perineum, and you lengthening. So you're pushing back with your two sit bones, but you're lengthening the crown of your head and you feel your spine growing long. Breathe. And then take yourself back to the front of your mat again. Tuck your toes under and come back into regular down dog. And just kind of notice how regular down dog feels. How does it feel compared to that wide-legged? Drop onto your knees, take regular child's pose. Breathe into it. So be cognizant of the sensations in your body, the feelings, the experience of what am I experiencing? And you can't think it. So there's no thinking. It's just pure awareness of how it feels. How does it feel? Feelings are the language of the soul. So feel your practice. Inhale forward into cobra. Keep that belly firm. Hold it here. Lift your chest. Open and spread your palms. Lift your belly up towards your heart. Just hold it. If it feels too much on your lower back, then you bend your elbows a bit and you don't come up so high. So be sure that your lower back is feeling good. Lift and open and hold. We're just holding. Now we're going to take it slowly. You're going to come back into your tabletop and then you're going to come back with your palms forward and drop your forehead towards the floor. Noticing how you feel. Did this help to open the heart a little bit more? No yes or no, just an observation, just a simple observation. And then slowly come back up into your square. Take your right foot forward between your hands and then take this left knee as far back as you can and let yourself sink. Let yourself completely sink. So you're going to be feeling a really nice stretch through your quad. Might be talking to you quite strongly, so smile. And do not talk back in anger. So smile and speak nicely to your quad. What's a relationship if you don't have a communication between you? What's a relationship with your body if you don't communicate with it? So many people don't communicate with their bodies. One of the benefits of yoga is it teaches you to communicate with your body, to listen to your body, so that when your body tells you something, you hear it. And you listen, those gut feelings, those intuitions, those ahas. You learn to trust that body. It knows more than we do. And then rock from side to side just gently. And you're going to feel that whole quad engaging. Take your right hand onto your knee. Drop the left shoulder and just lift the arm up into the sky. Keep those bandhas nice and firm and don't forget to breathe. Release. Bring this front foot back into your tabletop and we're simply going to change and bring the left foot forward. So we tend to be moving slower today. I can't guarantee that we'll move slower by the end of the class. But as I said, I'm just allowing the yoga teachers to teach for me. I'm just opening up to whatever they say. So we're going slowly at the moment and there seems to be a need to hold. Hold this pose, sense, feel, connect, and then again, just gentle. It's not a big rock from side to side, but you will feel that quad engage. Breathe into it. Breathe. Nice. And then sinking lower, keeping your right hand down, lift your left arm up into the sky. How does it feel? Like, what do you think? How does it feel? Come back, take your front foot back to join, and then once more, seems to be the pose of the day, come back into Anahata Asana. I have no reason why this pose keeps wanting to come up, but I'm just trusting that this is where we need to be. Breathing. And then slowly again, come up onto your hands and knees. Inhale into cat. Another day, another dog. Push back gently into your down dog. Okay, you're going to bring your right foot forward between your hands. You're going to flatten your back foot. And we're going to come up into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. But you want your front heel to intersect your back foot and roll yourself up. Okay, we're going to hold it for a while. Bring your arms out. Push into this back quad. So feel that this back leg is like nice and strong. It's like a tree trunk. And then this knee is bending. Gaze lovingly over your fingertips. Now don't let your belly pooch. Draw your tailbone and lift your belly. And simply be, guys. Now obviously this pose feels very different to a down dog or to Anahata Asana or to a cobra. How does it feel? Not in words, just in the experience. Experience the pose. Fall in love with Virabhadrasana. He was a warrior of Vishnu's. So fall in love. Be a spiritual warrior. I'm making you hold it so that you just experience it. The deeper you breathe, the more of a communication you will have with your body in this shape. And then simply straighten your leg. We're coming into a wide triangle, Ashtanga triangle. Draw your palm forward and come down into your wide triangle. Now, this is a very different pose to the pose that you've just done. So again, how does it feel? How does your body feel in it? Oh, I'm enjoying this. Oh, I'm opening up to this. Oh, yes, yay. The sensations of the body. That's how we become more intimate. Intimacy means into me I see. So we really want to become more intimate with our poses, with our yoga. Come back into your warrior and feel the difference. Very good for the arms, my loves. And then slowly come round and take your down dog again. Hold your down dog and feel how it feels. Good. Inhale into plank. Exhale, knees, chin and chest. Or for those who want to do chaturanga, go for it. Curl your tailbone. Inhale up into cobra. Tuck your toes under and exhale, push back. Okay, so we're going to shift our weight from front to back. And we're going to bring our left foot forward between our hands. Flatten our right foot, coming into warrior on this side. Okay, again, make this leg like a tree trunk. Push into this thigh. Bend this knee, gaze out over your front fingertips and breathe. Love the pose. If the pose is a challenge, love it more. Feel it. Have a communication with it. Have a relationship with it. Most of you know when I was immigrating back to South Africa, I couldn't stop doing warriors because they gave me such a strength of awareness, power. So I was forever putting myself into this pose. Use your yoga practice to help you. Don't let it just be poses. When you're more in love with your pose you've become, the more you use your pose. So if you're feeling unsure of yourself, wherever you are, doesn't matter. I used to do it in Publix. That was equivalent to our Pick and Pay. Just do a warrior. Feel it. Good. And then straighten. And we're coming into wide triangle. So notice how different this feels. Open. Three-dimensional world. It's a wide angle triangle, so it's giving you a lot of space in your body, a lot of opening in your body. It's nice because you're making space in your body for those organs, for every part of you, for energy to flow through you. Smile. All is good in the yoga hood. Come back into your warrior. Breathe. Sense if you can feel the difference between the two poses. And then come down, tuck your back toe under and push yourselves back into down dog. Okay, you're going to inhale into plank and you're going to lift your left leg up into the sky. Well, not too high. And breathe and hold. And then put it down and lift your right leg. Put it down, drop onto your knees, take child's pose. Breathe. Breathe into it. Inhale into cat. Exhale, tuck toes under, down dog. Ardha Konasana. Look towards your hands. You can jump, you can step, or you can walk. So bend your knees and just gently one foot and then the other, or walk your feet up. Fold. Inhale, swoop your arms up and around. And exhale, come back into prayer. Inhale, open. Exhale, flat back, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot comes back, right foot comes back. Inhale, come into down dog with your left foot lifting up into the sky as high as you can. Okay, now you're going to keep this foot up. Big inhale into plank. Foot is up. Exhale, drop your knee, chin and chest. Keep the foot up. Flatten. Keep this foot up. Inhale, up into cobra. Tuck your toe and push this leg back again. Good. Bring it back. Lift your right leg up into the sky. Same thing on this side. Inhale into plank. Keep the leg up. Exhale, knees, chin and chest. Or chaturanga, flatten. Inhale, keep the leg up into, start high, into cobra. Keep it up, tuck your toe under and push back. Nice, bring both feet back down again. Okay, let's do traditional. Inhale into plank. Chaturanga, knees, chin and chest. Inhale into cobra. Tuck toes under, push back into down dog. Okay, how do you feel? How does your body feel? Well done, even if you didn't manage to keep your foot up. Well done. Notice, be proud of your efforts. No judgments of how well you've done. Nobody's perfect. Even just doing a little bit is wonderful. Breathe. Drop onto your knees, child's pose. One palm on top of the other. Sense, feel, connect. That's the language of yoga. Really getting into an awareness of self. The journey of the self, utilizing the self. The exploration of the self, connection with the self. Who am I? Yoga answers that question for us by bringing us inside ourselves. We can't answer it in words. We can only experience who we are. Yes, we can try and put it into language, but language will never ever replace the experience of self. So that's the gift. Another gift of yoga is this experience of self. You exploring yourself, using yourself to explore yourself. And then you find the hidden jewel. Om Mani Padme Om. May I find the jewel within the lotus. That essence of you that is within you. Right deep within you. Your soul. Your essence. Inhale back up into tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Another day, another dog. Exhale, push back. Good. Look towards your hands. And again, step the foot forward that is going to allow you to come into that wide angle that is facing your computer. And then drop your head down and take the nice big open stretch. Lift your two sit bones up into the sky. Now bend your knees just a little bit. Draw your hands so you can have your hands facing, fingers facing forward or fingers facing back. And then straighten your legs. And then bend and draw your torso closer towards you. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Breathe. Bring your hands back out again. Don't stop breathing. Nice tabletop here. Bend your knees. Take your elbows onto your knees and push your knees out to the side. You're going to open and spread your toes. You're going to feel this all the way into your baby toes. So I want to make yoga accessible to everyone. I really do. It's not, I'm not a youngster. I'm 66 and I want everybody to be able to do yoga. So if some of the poses are not accessible, you just do a little bit. Because just doing a little bit is more than doing nothing. So it's not about fancy. There are beautiful yogis out there that can do amazing fancy poses. I don't want to bring that kind of yoga to you. I want to bring the kind of yoga that is more accessible. But sometimes it might be hard. So don't judge yourself if you're finding it difficult in any way. You do what you can and then be proud of yourself. So proud of yourselves. Big inhale. Exhale, drop yourselves down. Lift your two sit bones up. Breathe into it. And then slowly release. Bring yourself back to the front of your mat and take your down dog. Now take your doggy for a walk. Push one heel, bend the opposite knee, and just wiggle waggle. Wiggle waggle. Side to side. Okay. Then you're going to drop onto your knees. You're going to stay on your left knee. Take your right foot out and come open up. So this might be the pose for you. Bring the arm over the head. That might be the pose for you. Or you slip this bottom foot underneath and you come into side plank. So whichever it is for you, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. Breathe. Okay, we're going to go back again. We're in plank now. Chaturanga or knees, chin and chest. Exhale. Inhale up into cobra. Good. Exhale, push back into down dog. Nice. Breathe into it, guys. Okay. Inhale into plank. Drop both knees. Now you're on your right knee. Left foot out to the side. Okay, position one is to bring the arm over, foot down. If those of you that didn't bring the bottom foot underneath the top and you want to lift this leg, that's also an option. Okay, I should have told you that on the other side. Boing! Thank God I'm not perfect. You don't have to be either. Then if you want to, you bring this foot under and you breathe. Don't lose your breath. Come back into your plank. Big inhale, chaturanga or knees, chin and chest. Inhale up into cobra, push back into child's pose. So I know for a lot of you, chaturanga and even knees, chin and chest is like really not easy. So a way to really strengthen this is to do mini push-ups. Now yoga's chaturanga and yoga's push-ups are not with the elbows out because we come through, we want to keep the elbows glued to our side. So an easy way to just strengthen your arms is to make a nice flat back. Big inhale and exhale, just drop your elbows a little bit and come back up again. And inhale, drop, and see if you can drop your tushy as well a little bit and come back. You're going to feel the engagement and back. Now if it gets too much, just do this. If you want to increase it even more, you lift your feet up and then you push back. You're going to feel it, so keep going. You'll feel it tomorrow as well. Doesn't have to be huge. So really what I try to get through to everybody is you don't have to touch your toes to be able to do yoga. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor. You're just simply building up some strength here. And your arms are going to feel it. Good, and then push back into your child's pose. Enjoy. Enjoy your child's pose. When you come to those rests, enjoy them. Come back onto your hands and knees. Take your palms forward. Drop your forehead. Lift your two sit bones up into the sky. Breathe. So nice to be in Anahatasana. And then slowly come back again. Come onto your tushies. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. Take your hands behind you. Lift your tushy and lift your chest. And just little gentle bounces here, bouncing those knees towards the floor. Keeping the buttocks nice and long. So you want to feel this long front of your spine. Push yourselves forward and back. And forward and back. And forward and back. Good. And one more time forward. Then taking your elbows, dig them in really deep close to you and bring the elbows up towards your knees. Kind of just moving them slowly up. And then you can bring them back down again, giving those internal thighs a nice stretch. What yoga does for our meridians is what acupuncture does. So when we go to an acupuncturist or Chinese traditional medicine person, they will put a needle into a spot to get the energy to flow through the meridians of the body. When we stretch the body and when we do this, we are hitting spots in those meridians, nadis. There's 72,000 of them running through our body. And so it doesn't matter if you don't know which one this particular one is, you can feel, or you're probably getting a few because you're doing it with your elbow. You are doing what an acupuncturist does. You are spreading this energy. So take your elbows and spread the energy and get the sensation that you're moving this energy through your energy body, your pranamaya kosha, your body of your breath. Lift and then slowly bring yourselves down. Now you can release the hands and hold onto the feet, or you can bring the palms forward, whatever feels good for you. Lengthen through the spine and breathe deeply into your body. Use your bandhas here. Do not feel this in the lower back. Please, darlings, don't push into your lower back at all. You never ever want to feel that you overextending your lower back. You've got to be very cognizant of taking it to just where it is. That's why we need to build up the inner strength of the body so that the lower back can take all these movements. And then slowly come back. Planks are a very good way of building up core. So we've done a few planks today. Bring your knees together and come onto your feet, onto your back, feet, knees bent. Okay, so with that, we obviously have to do a little bit of core so that we get this lower back nice and strong. So keep your belly deeply in. So if you were trying to put your hands underneath your sacrum here, you couldn't even put anything under. So your belly's nice and firm. Bring your knees up. Take your left hand onto your right knee, your right hand up. Keep your belly nice and firm. Big inhale, exhale, bring the leg down, the arm down. Inhale up, exhale down. Try to straighten the left leg. If that feels too much on your back or you lose that belly down towards the spine, then don't bend the leg, just go to here. So see what feels good for you. Really breathing, watch your neck too. You want your chin and your neck long. You don't want your chin sticking up in the heavens. And you must feel this through your belly. So lovely way to get this belly nice and strong. Keep going. Just a few more. If it feels too much, you stop. You're more of a yogi if you listen to your body and stop than if you do and then hug your knees. If you overdo. So you've got to find that perfect space where it feels okay. If I do any more, I might hurt myself because I'm tired. So watch yourselves. Take your, especially when you're doing these internet things. In a class, I can normally sense when someone's had enough. But it's hard when you're doing internet. You've got to be your own teacher. So right hand onto left knee, and here we go. We inhale up, and we exhale down. Keep that belly firm, guys. Very, very firm. Keep the back of the neck long. Keep the belly drawing down towards the earth. Breathe. Keep going. I haven't actually counted, and it doesn't matter. We're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking to strengthen this belly, to make it nice and strong. So we're doing a bit of belly work here. And a few more. Just feels like we should do a few more. Or not. Remember, it's your class. And then squeeze. Even when you're in a class with a teacher present, you know more than any teacher. Always remember that. You know your body more intimately than anyone else. So always err on listening to your body. Always. That's a true yogi. Drop your feet down. We're going to do a few pelvic tilts here. So you keep the tushy well on the floor. You inhale. Now you make an opening here so that you can get your hands underneath your sacrum. And then as you exhale, you squeeze. So it's such a simple exercise, and you might think, oh no, this is doing nothing. But what it's doing is it's mobilizing your lower back, especially after you've done any belly work. And it's really bringing momentum and movement into your lower back. It's one of the quintessential poses and things that one can do for the lower back and also for the belly. Now keeping the belly down, inhale, lift your hips, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, and drop. And keep going unless you feel it's enough. Breathe. So we're just doing a few today because this is not a strengthening per se class, but it's good to try and make it an all-rounded class where we also get some belly work in. And then drop and hug both knees. Squeeze into you. Big inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Open your feet a little bit. Bring your hands behind your head. Now, really don't want you to feel this in the neck. Keep the belly nice and firm. So squeeze this belly down. Legs are nice and straight. Big inhale. Or they can be bent if you find it hard. So, and then we go from side to side. And the exhale. Keep that belly firm. Should feel it in the belly, not in the back, and not in the neck. So this is getting to these muscles here on the side, the obliques, and making you strong there too. So this is the strengthening part of yoga. There's the strengthening and there's the opening. Good, and then hug those knees again, squeeze. Beautiful. Take your hands behind your knees and roll up and roll onto your hands and knees. Big inhale into cat and tucking your toes under, push back into your down dog and just stretch. Should feel really nice, guys. Notice how your body is acclimating. Notice how your body is feeling. And then slowly drop onto your knees again and come onto your tushy. Okay, we're going to take the right foot and we're just going to go from side to side. This hip and socket joint is the most amazing joint in our body. It can actually move 6 ways. So when you breathe deeply in and out through the nose, you create a lot of synovial fluid, And then that fluid coats your joints. So breathing deeply and bringing some movement in is wonderful. Then straighten your left leg. If this position is not accessible to you, so foot into elbow and knee into elbow, then you can bring your hands like this. Okay, we just want to really feel, and then rock from side to side. Good. I should actually be facing you this way. Sorry. And just get some movement into this hip. Keep your left foot nice and flexed, and then bring your right foot down onto your thigh. Okay, it's going to be quite a pressure on your thigh, which is wonderful because it's pushing on some really nice meridians, and push this knee down. Take your left hand and hold onto your foot. Take your right hand behind you. Now stretch that right hand in one direction and stretch your knee in the opposite direction. Keep your left foot nice and flexed. Use your bandhas, and you're going to be creating a nice bit of space here in your hip flexor on the right side. Keeping your belly nice and firm. Big inhale, up you come, lengthen. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale, up. And exhale, slowly down. And inhale, up. Exhale, slowly down. And two more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Belly firm. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Leave your foot where it is and hug your other knee, your left knee to you. So squeeze it, guys. Give it a good squeeze. And then, I'm just coming down a little bit. Then, take this right knee over your left knee and hug. Now you should be having a very nice conversation with your tush. No bad words, just love, okay? Squeeze. Take your palms and face them up. Take your palms onto your heels. Now pulling your knees as close to you as possible, pull your feet apart. Watch your neck. You never want your chin sticking up into the sky. You always want, your neck has got to be an extension, long, not scrunched. Should be feeling a very nice stretch here. Good. And then slowly release, come down, unwind, and roll back up again. Okay, I'm going to stay on this side. Take your foot up. And just again, get this lovely awareness. Okay, so side to side. Breathing deeply into the joint. So deeply into the joint so that the joint becomes nice and lubricated. Then we straighten the right leg. And again, we hug. And we rock again from side. Now don't let yourself round. Lift yourselves nice and tall. Push your chest towards your, remember again, if you want to do it this way, you can. So pull your chest towards your shin, side to side. Good. And then drop your foot onto your thigh. Hold onto it with your right hand and push your left knee down. Okay, so you're getting a really nice stretch here, and then slowly release yourselves down. Now, when you take this stretch, use your bandhas. So curl your tailbone towards your pubic bone, lift your perineum, lift your belly, so that you create more of a stretch here through this hip flexor, where the hips, and it's kind of like the side of the hip flexor, but it's a really nice big stretch here. Keep your belly nice and firm. Okay, big inhale, up you come. Exhale, slowly down. Belly firm, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Two more. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one. Inhale up, exhale down. Take that stretch one more time. Leave your foot where it is. Bend your right knee and grab hold of your knee and pull your knee into your chest. Pull, pull, pull. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Watch your neck. So again, you should be having a lovely conversation with your tush. Yoga allows you to have intimate conversations with every part of your body. So don't be shy about having those conversations. And then slowly, knee over knee. So it's left knee over right knee, and give it a good hug, squeeze. Then you're going to take your hands onto your heels, and you're going to pull these feet apart as much as you can while you're pulling the knees down. And feel that stretch and enjoy that stretch. Really work into that stretch. And then slowly release. Hug both knees. You're going to take another hip flexor stretch. So have your feet the width of the mat. Okay? Have your arms out to the side. Drop both knees over towards the right. Now look at this left side. You want to walk your left foot off the mat, okay? Your left foot and your left knee, maybe I should be this way. Your left foot and your left knee are completely in a line with your shoulder. Then you take your left arm behind you, you grab hold of your left wrist, you use your bandhas and you stretch. You feel like you're pushing your left hip into your left thigh to your left knee. And then only if this is not enough for you, you take this right foot and place it onto your thigh and then feel like you're pulling. So where I want you to really feel this is where the top of the thigh meets the top of the hip, so that there's a really nice stretch through that hip flexor. That gets very shortened with a lot of sitting. So this is an excellent pose for stretching that, and it's also wonderful for the lower back. Okay, release. Now move slowly because it's an intense pose. So first, if you've got your foot on, take it off, lift the other foot up, and then just drop your knees from side to side. You're going to feel a huge difference between one side and the other. Drop your knees over now to your left side and walk this right foot off. So take a look. Your knee and your foot must be in the same line. Then your knee and your hip and your shoulder must be in the same line. Grab hold of your wrist. Curl your tailbone, lift your perineum, lift your belly, be sure your neck is long, and stretch. Again, your choice whether you want to take this left foot this time onto your thigh and pull down more. So listen to what feels right for you, just as long as you're getting that lovely stretch through the hip flexor. It doesn't matter how you're doing it, whether you've got the foot on or off. The feelings and the sensations and the release of that ligament. It gets so tightened, guys. So tightened. So you're making beautiful space here. Then release, and then release, and slowly side to side. Okay, we're going to do one more pose. So come up. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it on. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. So taking your right foot onto your left knee. Okay, then dropping your foot down. You're going to take your right hand onto your knee. You're going to lift your hip and you're going to walk your left hand over to the side. Push this knee, so I'm exaggerating, push it away, and then dropping your whole right side of your body, lift your left. And it's a beautiful, beautiful stretch. Now, because you've stretched these hip flexors, feel as if you're pulling your body out of their sockets. So your whole torso is becoming lighter. Use your bandhas and use your breath. Good. Breathe into it. And then slowly release. Come back up again. And we're going to go onto the other side. So we're going to take the foot onto the knee. Lift your chest. Drop it over to the other side. Left hand this time. Push this knee. So you want to feel like you're pulling your whole torso away from the hips. Walk your right hand over. Push the knee and then twist. There's a gentle twist here. There's a dropping of the left rib cage. It's not a big twist. And the lifting of the right. And you'll also feel a stretch through your right side all the way down to your hip. Keep lifting your torso away from your hips. We want to lighten ourselves here. We hold so much, we get bogged down in first and second chakra, so that we get really bogged down in physicality. So this is the lightness. And then slowly release and come back to your comfortable seated position, asana. And hopefully when you come back to this position, you feel that there's more opening through your hips. You feel that you can sit lighter, that there's a sense of lifting. So when you do come into the meditative seat, you want to have the sense of the body lifting up, the two sit bones rooting into the earth. So that you have four corners. You have your pubic bone, your tailbone, and your two sit bones. So if you rock forward, you're going to release your tailbone. If you rock back, you're going to release your pubic bone. So you want to find yourself in between your pubic bone and your tailbone and your two sit bones. So that triangle or that star. It is actually a square, which is the root chakra. So it's the yantra, the shape of the root chakra. And then between that, you lift up what is Mula Bandha. You lift the perineum. Then the minute you start to lift the perineum, it moves into the belly. You lift the belly, and then that lifts up into the chest. The neck is long, the shoulders are down, and you're sitting in comfortable seated position. This is not an easy position to sit in because it requires musculature, it requires bandhas, it requires core strength, it requires flexibility. So it can take years to sit in this position, but this is why we do yoga, to bring us deeper and deeper and more easily into this comfortable seated position. Bring your thumbs onto your first fingers, close your eyes, and tune into your breath. And as you take long, slow, deep inhales in and out through your nose, gentle Ujjayi breath, notice how your bodies feel. Sense that deeper connection to self that yoga brings. And that's what brings us so much contentment, that connection to the self. This space that we come to, where we can really join mind, body, soul, is always the same. In an ever-changing world, if we can find that constant within us, that builds our courage, our determination, our contentment, and our faith, and our trust that everything is in divine order and everything is exactly as it's meant to be. That's a hard space sometimes to be in, because the mind wants to tell you everything else. The media certainly does. And so it's our yoga practice and tuning in and allowing the practice to do us that brings us into this constant, this knowing. And this is a knowing that, you know what, I know, but I have no idea how I know. And I don't even really know what I know, but I know it. It's a very hard space to describe, but it's a space of, yes. I'd like to dwell here a little bit. And that's called meditation, where you want to dwell in that space of knowing that you know nothing but know something, and it's all okay, and you smile, and you're okay to be in the space of meditation. You're okay to be in the space of your breath. You've come to a certain sense of stillness within your body and a certain sense of connection. And how good does that feel, just to be? You don't have to do anything. The practice has brought you here. You just have to sit and actually do nothing. You can let go of the breath now. The breath will breathe you. Sit and do nothing, but except find that contentment with simply being, for no reason at all. That, it feels so good to sit here. This connection of self. There is nothing more profound than the connection that you can have with yourself. We make the statement, I feel so scattered, I don't know where I am. I feel like I'm in 1,000,001 pieces. Now you are in one piece. Now you are all together. This is what yoga brings you. This union of you, this togetherness of you. And in that, just be so grateful for this wonderful sense of peace. And shanti, shanti, shanti. The peace we bring to ourselves, we can then radiate out into the world. The contentment we bring into ourselves, the wholeness we bring into ourselves, we can then resonate with those energies and pour them out into the world. One of my most favorite sayings by Mahatma Gandhi, be the changes you want to see in the world. And it's our meditation that brings us to peace, so we are being the peace, to contentment, to connection. And the more we connect with ourselves, the more we can connect with our seen worlds and all the rest of our beautiful beings that inhabit our planet, and with the unseen worlds. So sit for just a few moments and feel this meditation. So for those of you that are in a beautiful meditation, stay here. You don't have to go into Shavasana. For those of you that would like a minute or two in Shavasana, then lower yourselves down and let yourselves completely melt on the mat. Either way, keep your body nice and soft and keep it nice and still as you move down into Shavasana or stay in meditation. And continue to enjoy this union of you. Continue to enjoy the sensations of contentment and peace and love and light. And all of that brings us to incredible trust and faith. Knowing that in this crazy, wonderful world that we live in, we are being supported by unseen forces. And the more we open ourselves up to ourselves, and the more we connect with the resonance deep within us, the secret of the universe is within us, the more we connect with all those wonderful beings that are helping us, and with the beautiful animals that we've been doing, and with the plant kingdom. There's so much connection, and the more connection we have, the more we raise the vibration of this earth, and we bring in this new world. We rebirth it. So hold your resonance high, and that is attained by finding you. It's not attained outside of you. It's attained in the stillness of your own being. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May there be peace on earth beginning with me. Very slowly, if you're in the meditative seat, you can bring your hands into prayer and rub them together. If you're in Shavasana, you wriggle your fingertips, you wriggle your toes. If you're in meditation, as you rub your palms together, then just gently ground the energy as you place your hands onto your head and let this energy pour down through you into the earth. Those of you who've done Shavasana know what you need to do. Take a lovely stretch, wriggle, hug your knees. Those in meditation, you just gently pull this energy over your eyes, under your chin, into your throat chakra, down your body, into each chakra as you go slowly down your body. And then you eventually open your knees. You take your hands to the outside of your hips and you draw this energy down. Obviously you do this slower if you've been in a long meditation, and you rub your feet. And then everybody slowly make their way back to a seated position. Bringing your hands into prayer at your hearts. Bow your heads to your hearts. And know that that incredible wisdom and love is within you. When you find yourself, you find the answers to the universe. Thank you for your beautiful attention today. I felt you even over the internet. And have a super, super wonderful day, everyone. Namaste.
Thank you, Patsy.